Let's take a look, first of all, at the visiting Bardstown Tigers, coached by Joey Downs. Doug, the Tigers have a new offense this season. They're 3 games into the season. How's that offense working out?
Well, Scott, as you just said, Coach Joey Downs has a new look at offense this year. He's looking to spread the field. He likes to get his receivers out wide and look for single coverage on the other side. They have a very, very good quarterback in John Wesley Munning. He's had a fantastic year so far, and they're looking to utilize his arm. His receivers this year seem to be the McKay kid, Adam McKay, and Fancy Livers out of the backfield. Also look for Brett Shekels tonight to come up with some big plays. Defensively, they like to play all of their players within 7 yards of the football, and this is going to allow them to stop the run, and that's something that's going to be a very big key tonight to stop, Scott, especially against this high-powered Nelson County running backs.
Well, defensively, Bardstown's only given up 2 touchdowns, most of those in the Garnis Martin Bowl, opening game of the year against Bourbon County. Now, Washington County scored once last week, but doesn't count because they got called back on a penalty.
Right.
But 11 quarters and no score against Bardstown.
11 quarters, that's what they're going. That's what the streak is so far this year. And I know Coach Joey Downs is going to set the challenge to them tonight. Let's go out and see how many quarters we can keep this up. That's going to be a very, very tough challenge tonight, Scott.
You know, we talked about penalties bringing that touchdown that Washington County scored, but gee, there were a slew of penalties last week against Bardstown. The flag just kept coming down.
That's right, Scott. I think for the year they've been penalized 26 times for almost 200 yards. So that goes to tell you right there, that's one thing Coach Downs is going to have to look to do tonight, is to cut back on the penalties, and hopefully he stressed that through this week.
You talked to him this week, and he mentioned the fact that some of it was just over-anxious or not paying attention.
Right. It just when you have a throwing quarterback that's back in the shotgun, your linemen tend to grab and hold, and the referee kind of opens it up for the referee to see that, and that's the reason. But there's no excuse for offside penalties and stuff. That's just something that's going to come. That's just because they're inexperienced. That will come later on down the year, something that will get better.
Well, that's a look. We look for the throwing, John Wesley Munning. And what about defense? Who stands out on defense in that Bardstown line?
Well, Justin Grundy pretty much comes to mind. I think he's pretty much been the man the first 3 games. Davis Ransdale, also the 2 linebackers, they've done an excellent job. They're going to have a tough task tonight stopping Ray Childs and Jason Caldwell.
We'll take a look closer at those Nelson County Cardinals when we come back in 60 seconds.
Oil Express, conveniently located just off 245 next to Taco Bell, is the answer for a quick and professional oil change. Oil Express, the name says it all, an oil change within 15 minutes. With the latest computer system and knowledgeable and friendly staff, let Oil Express take care of your vehicle maintenance needs, including transmission service and radiator flush and fill down to the wiper blade replacement. And Oil Express features Valvoline, the #1 choice of top mechanics. Busy schedule? No problem. Oil Express, 995 Frost Avenue.
Used to be there was only one big guy out there delivering pizzas. Then an upstart came along. And with each passing year, you saw more and more Papa John's cars. Perhaps that's because Papa John's uses better ingredients, and better ingredients make a better pizza. It's made us the fastest growing pizza chain in America. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Now, get 2 large pizzas with 2 toppings for just $15.98.
We've just had the toss of the coin. Doug, fill us in on that.
Well, Nelson County's won the toss, and they've elected to receive, Scott.
Okay, so Nelson County will be getting the ball first to start the game here this evening. And we'll take a look at those Cardinals. Now they're preparing for their 3rd game of the year. Now they're 1-1. They defeated Marion County 21-3 to get back on the winning track after. We just forget about that first game against Mayo, because you're not going to see another team like Mayo until way down the road in this season.
That's exactly right. That's one thing I'm sure Coach Brown has put into Nelson County's head. Let's forget about that game. It's the first game of the year. Let's just forget about it and go out there and we got a new season right now, so let's have a new life, and let's just go out and play well.
We'll be back after this.
Wake up to convenience. Today's hectic lifestyles of picking up the groceries, shopping for the kids and yourself, filling the car with gas, or just having lunch is made simple and easier with the Visa Check Card. It provides all the advantages of an ATM card in addition to a faster, more economical way to purchase products. Visa Check Card, 2 cards in 1. Start planning that vacation and take the Go Everywhere, Do Everything card with you. Now available at Wilson & Muir Bank. Gymnastics is recognized in the state as one of the leading gymnastics and cheerleading facilities. They've been offering classes for 19 years and are offering preschool, beginner, intermediate, and competitive levels, as well as cheerleading classes for beginner, middle school, and high school. They also have an all-star cheerleading team for 8th grade through high school and have produced many top-level gymnasts and cheerleaders. Bardstown Gymnastics, Bardstown's only gymnastics facility.
We talked about speed earlier about Bardstown, and they've got quite a bit, but Nelson County has some speed of their own, and they'd like to show it off tonight in the form of Ray Childs.
Exactly, Scott. Ray Childs, he comes in averaging 5 touchdowns. Has 5 touchdowns on the year. He's 23 carries for 398 yards. He's just a fantastic runner. Along him is Jason Caldwell, the big fullback. He comes in averaging 4.7 yards a game, and he's 27 carries for 129 yards. These two guys are getting it done on offense, Scott.
And Ross Brown, the Cardinals quarterback, not totally 100% healthy, but he's going to play tonight.
Right, talking with Coach Brown, he just said that I'm going to play Ross tonight. I'm going to give him a shot.
Give him a shot to go, right?
Right, exactly.
He played last week, too, even though he wasn't up to par then either.
That's right, and that backup quarterback that came in, I'm trying to think of his name, but he came in and did a really good job when he got hurt in the Mail game, and when they see him tonight, it just depends on how healthy Ross is going to be.
Okay, we're getting set for the kickoff right now. Bardstown, Nelson County. The Tigers will boot it away. Nelson County will receive the opening kickoff. Dugan and Childs are back to receive for Nelson County. They look into the sun. Goes to Dugan. Bobbles it. It goes back into the end zone. That's an automatic touchback as soon as it crosses the plane of the goal line. Whistles blow. You can't run it out of the end zone.
That's right. That's going to give Nelson County the ball, as you say, on the 20-yard line. So going to see Ross Brown tonight coming in and see what this high-powered offense is going to do. And, Scott, we talk about the high-powered offense, but we must mention, too, they also have a very inexperienced front line, and that's going to be a big key for them to open up holes for these speedy running backs of Nelson County.
As we mentioned, Ross Brown is the quarterback. Hands it off. And that's Palmer Smith carrying first time. Turns the corner at the 30, across to the 32.
There's Palmer Smith, Scott. We saw him in the Mail football game. He had a nice 40-yard run, I think, against Mail for a touchdown. He's a kid that often goes unlooked. You know, you key on Childs and you key on Caldwell. This kid could step up tonight and have a big game for Nelson County.
Pickup of 11 yards, first down right off the bat.
Well, that's one question mark coming in tonight. Can Bardstown stop this running game? And they line everybody up within 7 yards of the football to do that. As you can see, nobody's deep from Bardstown.
Up the middle it goes. Caldwell carrying.
There's the big fullbacks we talked about, Jason Caldwell. He's just trying to look for a little daylight up the middle. Ben Blanford, number 78 there for Bardstown on the stop. He comes in tonight's game, Ben Blanford for Bardstown, comes in the third leading tackler, so he's a very important asset on defense for Bardstown.
Gain of a couple of yards, make it 2nd and 8. There's Childs. Stopped almost at the line of scrimmage.
There's Ray Childs just looking for a little daylight on the right-hand side, but I tell you, little Nathan Ray, he seems to get in there, Scott, as we saw last week at Washington County. He had some nice plays, and he used his little body to get in there and just squeezes in there and makes good tackles.
So that'll bring a 3rd and long yardage up for Nelson County, 3rd and a long 7. Brown to throw. Now decides to tuck it under and run. Comes up short of the first down. He's put out of bounds.
Yeah, that time Ross was back to throw. I think that's one thing they're going to have to do against Bardstown, is throw the football a little bit tonight. They were looking for number 3, Trey Dugan, out there, and he was just well covered by the secondary of Bardstown.
Brian Wood pushing the quarterback out of bounds at about the 39, 40-yard line. They're calling the chains from across the way. Furthest point on the field to measure, right?
Right, exactly. Looking at this angle, Scott, it looks like they're going to be just a tad short, I think.
I think that was a friendly spot over here on the sideline.
Yeah, it really was right in front of Coach Brown over here. So
I thought he was a little short of the 40. They marked it right at or above the 40-yard line.
Yeah, calling inches here, so.
Uh-oh. Well, not quite to midfield, needing only inches. This is the first big decision of the game here for the Cardinals.
That's right. I don't see Brett Masterson, their punter for Nelson County. I don't see him coming on the field, so I believe they're going to take a chance here, Scott, and go for it.
Well, there are so many things that go through your mind here, and enough that Nelson County will take a timeout to discuss the situation. Time for me to call in for a message about the Old Folk Bloomfield. What do I say, Old Folk? Doesn't have to be Old Folk, does it? It just has to be Old Bloomfield Meeting Hall. I'm the Old Folk, and I remember where the meeting hall is. It's right in the heart of downtown Bloomfield. Take a step back in time at the Old Bloomfield Meeting Hall. Saturday, October 2nd. And that's a 50s and 60s dance night from 8 p.m. to midnight. Bring your family and join in the party. If you haven't visited Bloomfield in a while, don't miss the opportunity to see what's happening. Admission is $5 a person. That's the Old Bloomfield Meeting Hall. Dance with music from the 50s and 60s, Saturday, October 2nd, starting at 8 o'clock, going till midnight, which is just about bedtime for us old folk who go to the Bloomfield Meeting Hall. All right, Doug, what's going to happen fourth down?
Fourth down, Nelson County's going to go for it here, Scott, so he's asking for confidence in his front line, and they're going to get it.
Caldwell dancing down that sideline like a bad ballerina, wasn't he?
Boy, he's a load. I tell you, Scott, he's one big surprise for Coach Brown this year. And I tell you, John Wesley Munnin tried to wrap him up over there. He just ran over him and just went up the left-hand side for a nice gain.
All the way down to the 38-yard line. Where it'll be first down for Nelson County. They're doing exactly what you and I talked before the game, exactly what they wanted to do on this first drive.
That's exactly right. Give the offensive line a little confidence, give their running backs, let them get comfortable, and that's exactly what they've done, Scott. They've come down and moved the ball on Bardstown.
And keep John Wesley Munnin on the sidelines offensively.
That's right, and the more time Nelson County keeps the ball, the less time that has to be out of John Wesley Munnin's hands, and I know that's going through Coach Brown's mind. Is let's keep him off the field.
They had one passing opportunity in this drive that they disdained, and Ross Brown kept the ball and ran for a few yards. But that's the only time they even looked like they wanted to put it in the air.
And I think tonight they're going to have to keep Bardstown honest. I mean, they're going to have to throw tonight. But I tell you what, this big offensive line of Nelson County, they're gaining more and more experience. Scott, they're in their third ball game now, and they're really playing well the last two ball games.
Trey Dugan split wide out here to the near sideline. Penalty markers fly. I think a delay of game will be coming up against Nelson County.
Well, let's hope this isn't like last week, Scott, where we saw yellow flag after yellow flag. And
yeah.
But Bardstown really comes into this game heavily penalized. They've almost have 200 yards in 3 games so far at penalties, so that's not real good for you.
Now Brown goes back to throw. Out on the right-hand side, Trey Dugan's out there. Has it down at the 30, inside the 30.
Well, we see the arm there of Ross Brown. We talk about John Wesley Munnin's arm. Ross Brown comes out and has put the ball right on the money that time. The speedy Trey Dugan. He's a nice receiver for Nelson County. He's somebody we're going to have to keep an eye on tonight.
Made a nice cut out there. Cut it off sharply. Went to the sideline. The ball was right there.
Looked like Ross Brown's shoulder looked good that time, didn't it? Scott didn't look like he put some nice zip on that ball, and he's going to have to do that tonight.
First down for Nelson County, and they're beginning to get closer and closer to that goal line that hasn't been crossed in 11 quarters.
That's exactly right. I know it's one thing on Coach Down's mind. Let's keep the string going.
Straight up middle, Ray Childs carries. No, that's Caldwell under there, isn't it?
credit Bardstown, number 66, Aaron Butler, on that stop, Scott. He's one guy that goes both ways for Bardstown. One of many kids, I should say, that goes both ways for Bardstown.
Smith coming to the near sideline, turns the corner, has a blocker out in front. 10 inside the 10-yard line, I believe. Touchdown. Yep, he does get into the corner of the end zone down there.
Well, Scott, he's going to be the surprise this year. Bardstown's keying on Childs and Caldwell, and Farmer Smith just found some opening along the left-hand side and was able to get to the left corner of the end zone.
Had Matt Elder out there in front of him. Matt is out there to clean away for him.
He sure did. He put some nice blocking upfield, and that's what they like to do, get some good blocking upfield, and that time they really got it that time.
So the extra point coming up here for Nelson County. Adam Miller attempting the extra point, but a flag comes in. Procedure penalty against Nelson County. It'll move it 5 yards back and make it a bit more difficult for Adam Miller. But still, should be a makeable opportunity here.
Yeah, I think Adam Miller's 7 of 8 on the year, and that was right down the middle, Scott.
It's Nelson County 7. Bardstown will receive the kickoff, and they have not scored as yet in the opening quarter. We have 7:45 to go. A reminder here from the folks at Planet Dollar. At Planet Dollar, our prices are simply out of this world. Everything is $1 or less. They're located at 8 and 988 Chambers Boulevard. The inventory changes weekly, and they have over 15,000 items, all priced at $1 or less. Mylar and helium balloons are a couple of the things you'll find there. Check out their selection of everything from toys to health and beauty aids, pet supplies, housewares, picnic items, school and office supplies. Now the kids are back in school. Always need note paper, free ring binders, etc., so on. You'll find them out there at Planet Dollar, located 988 Chambers Boulevard. Okay, Doug, recap that scoring for us. Nelson County took the kickoff and went all the way down the road.
Scott, they pretty much just ran right over Bardstown that whole series. Started off with 2 nice runs. Then they attempted a pass, which was incomplete. Then they threw a nice pass over to Trey Dugan. And then the running back there went right around the left-hand side and scored a touchdown. So
Farmer Smith, a couple of good runs on that play, on that scoring drive. Caldwell, a couple of runs up the middle. And Farmer Smith taking it into the end zone.
Boy, he could be the quiet man for Nelson County tonight. I'll tell you what, he's off to a good start, and he had a good run against Mail, as we mentioned, so this kid can run.
The fake handoff to Tong, and Montgomery keeps the ball.
Yeah, that time they didn't hand off to Tong, number 4. Last week they handed off to him right off the bat in the Washington County game, Scott, and he went on the right-hand side and scored. That time, a little different strategy from Coach Downs. They decided to keep the football and just know where to go there for Montgomery.
So it's at the 18-yard line where Nelson County will put up their defensive stand. Bardstown will go on the offense first time this evening. Farmer Smith getting a retape job down there on the sidelines for twisted his ankle on that run, Doug.
Yeah, it looks like they're wrapping him up down there, Scott.
Because he's a starting linebacker, too.
Exactly. He's pretty much their man on defense.
Here's a pass completed out there to Adam McKay. And here we come. The air machine is back at work.
Exactly. John Wesley Munnan putting his arm to work right off the bat. And then, was it Adam McKay over there or Brett Shekels, number 15? I wasn't sure. It was the left-hand side, but has a nice out pattern. Looks like first down here, Scott.
First down out at the 34. This is Sean Montgomery turning the corner. He gets up to the 42-yard line.
Shannon Montgomery's been a nice surprise for Bardstown this year. He's been the man on the ground for Bardstown, him and Vancy Livers. And tonight they may be keen on the running game, Scott. And these 2 kids may be asked to step up and run the football tonight.
Matt Elder on the tackle for Nelson County. Vancy Livers carrying the ball into the right side of the line. Boy, there was nothing there.
Yeah, that play never really looked like it got developed, Scott. It seemed like as soon as they snapped the ball, he handed the ball right to Vancy, and Nelson County was right all over him. So that's lost yardage there, and that's what Nelson County does. They're big on that line, and they like to penetrate.
It'll be third down coming up here for Bardstown. Sean Montgomery tries to turn outside, needs about 4 yards for the first down. I think he got it.
I think he did too, Scott. Could credit Vancy Livers on the block out there. He got out in front of Shannon Montgomery and just put a good block on the linebacker over there, and he was able to enable him to get the first down.
So it comes out to the 45-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Bardstown. And we have a flag in the backfield as the play is underway and goes barely back to the line of scrimmage. Livers again, I think, carrying.
Yeah, I believe we're going to get a procedure penalty against Bardstown this time.
Motion penalty.
Like Nelson County declined at that time, Scott, so going to go to second down.
And so with no gain, it's 2nd and 10 now for Bardstown. And this is McKay on the reception.
Yeah, there's Adam McKay, Scott, on the year.
Simpson on the stop, but a little late.
Yeah, exactly. There's their man, their leading receiver, Adam McKay. He has 11 catches for 165 yards this year and 3 touchdowns, so he's definitely their primary receiver.
Well, that moves the chains over rapidly. It makes it first down again. Ball at the Nelson County 44. Montgomery again sweeping wide to the left side. Plenty of room to run over there. Finally gets to the sideline, gets a little yardage down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Shannon Montgomery, he's found him a little home over there on the left-hand side. It seemed like Coach Downs has ran 3 plays over to the left-hand side. He must see some openings over there, but they've had great success on that play so far.
At about the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10 again. Quick out. And Bardstown on the move.
Yes,
the outside, right.
There's Brett Shekels right there. He's their second receiver coming into the ball game. He has 8 catches on the year for 86 yards and a touchdown. So McKay and Shekels have been the 2 guys this year to really step up on the receiving end. As you can see, he's very, very fast when he gets one-on-one coverage on him, and he likes to look for daylight down the right-hand side there.
Just a quick out pass. And as you say, he got one-on-one coverage and eluded that first tackler, picked up good yardage, about 9, 2nd and 1. Livers tries to bang it right up the middle, but boy, he is hammered back by 52 and 69 on the Nelson County side of the ball.
Boy, they really were, Scott. I'll tell you what, number 69, Brandon Denning, boy, he did a great job of yanking Vancy Livers down that time and just made a good play, and I don't think they got the first down, Scott. They didn't get the yard they needed.
Ben Hawkins in there with him as well. Now it's going to be 3rd and still that same yard they need. Livers ducks his head. They have got it that time.
Hey, sure, they're going to give him his forward motion there. That's just a good run-off tackle there by Vancy Livers.
Farmer Smith in on the tackle.
As you said, he was getting his ankle taped up a little earlier, Scott. So good to see him back out there. I knew they wouldn't go very many possessions without Farmer Smith. He's their man on defense, and he leads them in tackles.
The defensive play caller out there for the Cardinals. Sean Sanders out here split wide right. Pass thrown to the left side is incomplete. Adam McKay over there on the sideline.
Yeah, just looking for a little something. He also had Shannon Montgomery standing there wide open too. Just I think John Wesley just saw that all of the receivers were covered and just wanted to really get rid of that ball, Scott. Let's not risk a silly turnover down here in the red zone.